All right, here's a live look outside the U.S. Capitol. States beginning to slowly reopen, of course, their economy. Some already open this week, but there are deep concerns still about moving too quickly. As new information suggests, coronavirus has been circulating in this country longer than originally thought. Alice Barr has the latest.
With pressure mounting to get the economy going, South Carolina is reopening some businesses today. Georgia preparing to do the same on Friday, amid concerns they're not taking proper steps to prevent new coronavirus outbreaks.
Reopening without full knowledge of how many cases you have is basically Russian roulette with people's lives.
Other states are wrestling with their own plans to open back up, as health experts warn a second wave of cases could coincide with flu season at the end of the year and hit even harder. And while the first U.S. deaths from the virus were believed to be in Washington state in late February, officials now say 2 people died in California weeks earlier. That raises new questions about how long the virus has been here and underscores the need for widespread testing, though the former head of the CDC warns that's just one piece of the puzzle.
Unless you isolate people who test positive, trace their contacts, and quarantine their contacts, you box it in, we're really not getting the benefit of testing.
New York's governor announcing today former Mayor Michael Bloomberg will help develop and fund the state's testing program, including training thousands of workers to trace contacts of the infected.
We have to expand this number tenfold and get this all done like this.
President Trump pressing ahead with his plans to sign an executive order today banning most green card immigration for the next 60 days, he says to protect American jobs. But the order isn't as wide-reaching as he originally made it seem, because farmers and other businesses that can't survive without foreign labor demanded exemptions. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
It's hard to believe for so many of us our lives have changed in such a big way in just a matter of weeks. And COVID-19, it's impacting everyone. We want you to know you are not alone. There is a way forward. It is our mission here at News 5 Now over the next year to answer your questions, work alongside you as we all rebound from this. And tonight, News 5's Jessica Barreto has a look at some free online resources available right now to anyone currently looking for a job.
Well, even though it may seem like jobs are in short supply right now, the Pikes Peak workforce says their job postings suggest otherwise, and they're here to help folks find the one that suits them best.
We match employers and job seekers together.
Right now, the center is hosting a virtual job fair through the end of April. Using the Connecting Colorado Job Bank, you'll find hundreds of postings that have already been vetted and are available in real time. Most of these jobs are also full-time.
It's a great opportunity for people to look for a job while they're at home.
Many fall within the essential business category, like jobs relating to the healthcare industry, IT, and big box stores looking for warehouse workers and sales clerks.
It really gives people the idea and the mindset, okay, these are the future jobs that are open. How can I translate and transfer my skill sets that I know now into those future jobs?
If you're searching for a job, it's important to ask yourself which field you want to be working in long term.
What is your next career pathway? Where do you want to go when we return to our new norm?
This week, the center also launched different workshops to help you with things like beefing up your resume.
Your resume should simply be telling that company what you can do for them,
and how to prepare for an interview. And whether or not you get the job, that experience will only help you grow and do better for next time.
It gives you an opportunity to do interviewing. It could be a virtual telephone interviewing, but what that gives you is it gives you an example of what it's going to be like.
And remember, these are tough times. It's crucial to give yourself time to process and heal, but it's also not too early to start thinking of ways to market yourself for your dream job.
Keep that positive attitude. Use this time now to work on your resume and building your LinkedIn profile or any other professional website opportunities that you have.
The Pikes Peak Workforce Center will also be hosting a series of job fairs over the next month, featuring jobs in specific counties and also hosting a specific job fair for military and veterans as well. We have all the information you need to know on that on KOAA.com. Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado, Jessica Barreto, News 5.
Great information there, and we want you to continue to share your stories with us. Share your ideas, your suggestions. Tell us how we can help during this time. Email us anytime. The email address is rebound@KOAA.com, and we are going to get through this together.
Well, happening now, it's the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. COVID-19, of course, has canceled most events with the virus keeping so many home. There's evidence showing our environment healing itself. Bill Folsom with a look at COVID-19 intersecting with Earth Day.
Earth Day at 50.
I was in Washington, D.C. for the very first Earth Day.
A supporter ever since, Earth, rather than a simulation, is under the arm of Mark Joyce. It would be part of an Earth Day presentation he'd likely be sharing, if not for COVID-19. Rather than frame it as a negative, he sees a big picture lesson.
This is, beyond being a, quote, pandemic, that's just looking at the health side of it. This is a global event, and it affects everybody.
If any of us had a choice, we would have avoided this at all costs.
CU Boulder chemistry professor Joost de Goss says no one wants a pandemic as a reason for research. Still, there's suddenly information to gather.
So we are seeing cleaner air. We're breathing cleaner air.
The environmental scientist tracks emissions from fuel.
Gasoline sales in the US are down by about 50%. So those emissions have come down.
While we're looking up at bluer skies, he says satellites are looking down and showing less pollution. This research begins with little warning, meaning the research tools and plans are coming together on the fly. Still, there is valuable data.
There are effects on air quality, and they're very worthwhile studying. We can learn a lot about this.
I think the big shift here for us is awakening to the fact we are a global society, whether we like it or not. Not saying that's good, bad, right, or wrong. It just is.
Instead of leading a workshop, Joyous, like everyone else, is marking this Earth Day with a pause. A break causing changes to the Earth that may have a more lasting impact on citizens of the world. Watching out for you, Colorado Springs, Bill Folsom, News 5.
Local business owners are finding ways to overcome while lifting up those around them during the COVID-19 crisis. And tonight, our John McMichael, he looks at ServPro, which is working to make sure that our first responders are safe by providing free vehicle sanitation services for them.
Over at ServPro, cleaning up after major damage is the name of the game.
We're in the restoration business, so any kind of disaster, any kind of structure, any kind of time.
And today, ServPro brought their expertise to bear, sanitizing the vehicles of first responders inside the Falcon Fire Protection District.
We want to make sure that, our guys that are out there protecting us are doing it safely.
The work given for free, all done by volunteers.
The owners all gave us a choice. Everybody took the choice and the option. Here we are.
And according to those first responders impacted, this work helps.
This offers a big peace of mind knowing that our equipment's cleaned and we're taking that extra step to prevent any of us getting sick.
As to the why, it's because this group can.
So whenever the opportunity arose to come out and give this service away to those who need it, we were happy to jump on the opportunity.
The resources are so thin right now, so the community, their ability to step up and help out has been tremendous.
It's the right thing to do. These people are out here protecting us. They're protecting our families. The right thing for us to do is to do everything that we can to work with them and protect them.
Watching out for you, Colorado. John McMichael, News 5.
Since records have been kept since 1861, there has never been a situation where oil prices went negative.
Coming up on News 5 at 5, oil prices plunge and forcing Colorado companies to scale back production. What this means for business in Colorado.
Another shot of winter headed for the Colorado mountains. Yes, that's a winter weather advisory Thursday and Friday. Could get up to 8 inches of snow across some of the Colorado Rockies. It's going to get cooler around here, wetter as well. Break it down for you next right here. You're watching News 5 at 5.
This is your First Alert 5 weather with Mike Daniels.
Welcome back. We are live on News 5 in Colorado Springs. Beautiful blue sky, but it is windy out there. It's been windy most of the afternoon. Right now out at the airport, those winds are out of the north, up to 19 miles per hour. Mild though, 64 is the current temperature. Pueblo, a few fair weather cumulus clouds. You're dry from the cathedral downtown to Lake Minnequa, all the way back over to Mitchell Park. 71 degrees, north wind at 15 miles per hour. Let me take you up on top of America's Mountain. Beautiful shot there. Plenty of snow on the ground, and it is cold up on Pikes Peak. That's usually the case though during the month of April. We've got dry skies over Colorado Springs and Pueblo, tracking a little bit of thunderstorm activity out across the far eastern plains. A little little bit of thunder and lightning there. Had a little bit of convection fire up just southwest of Colorado Springs. There it is right there, southwest of Fort Carson, pushing off to the southeast. That stuff is going to dissipate here within the next hour. Here's what happens around here tomorrow. Another disturbance coming in. I think the mountains will see a pretty healthy blast of snow from tomorrow afternoon into Friday morning, anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow, but a whole different world down here. It's going to be another mild day. Afternoon highs tomorrow back into the 60s and 70s. Could see a couple of those afternoon thunder showers and thunderstorms here across the viewing area. There's that winter weather advisory northern into the central mountains, 4 to 8 inches of snow. I-70 going to get slick and icy once again, but it's still April. Those things happen around here. Your hour-by-hour forecast, you're going to start out with mostly clear to partly cloudy skies tomorrow morning. By 10 a.m. we're looking at blue sky and sunshine around here. That'll give way to a few afternoon clouds as that disturbance comes in off the Rockies. Going to see snow across portions of Teller County tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. A few passing showers, thunder showers around here. That is going to continue through tomorrow evening. There's that snow again across portions of Teller County up into Park County. Then on Friday, cold front comes through. Going to see an upslope flow around here. Better chance of seeing some rain showers and still more snow up across higher elevations. In fact, west of Colorado Springs, across Ute Pass, I think you'll see some snow. There we go by Friday afternoon into Friday evening. Pretty good chance of seeing some decent beneficial rain here across Colorado Springs and Pueblo. That stuff will dissipate and roll out of town by late Friday night. Here's what we've got out there right now. We've got 60s and 70s across most parts of the News 5 viewing area. Low temperatures tonight really close to where we should be this time of the year, into the 30s up and down the I-25 corridor. Sunshine gives way to those afternoon clouds tomorrow. Still a nice day. The wind not as bad as what we had around here today, and some comfortable temperatures. Will be 10 degrees cooler around here on Friday with those rain showers. Rumble of thunder certainly not out of the question. Gradual warming trend over the weekend. By Sunday, take a look at that. The soothing 70s return. In fact, we'll consume a steady diet of those 70s Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday of next week in Pueblo. Another mild day tomorrow. Late day thunder showers certainly not out of the question. Lower layers of the atmosphere fairly dry, so you'll probably get more wind and lightning than any beneficial rainfall. Friday, good chance of seeing some rain across the Steel City, and then you get that weekend warming trend close to 80 on Sunday. I'll have you successfully into the 80s with dry skies Monday, Tuesday into next Wednesday. And for Canyon City, tracking that cold front that brings rain and cooler air on Friday. Then you get much warmer temperatures by Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's something to look forward to right there with that mild, dry air. Woodland Park unsettled into the weekend. Late nights and early mornings, you will have snow showers up there, then rain showers as the air warms during the daylight hours. Right now, just a 1 on the storm impact scale.